Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana, and injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with the Ethereum on the daily, where we still, of course, looking for a potential double 1-2 here toward the upside. Still formation for an impulse correction, another impulse, and another correction. Both corrections are hitting the minimum requirement for wave 2, while the second one too hits the perfect fib level for wave 2 between the 0.786 and the 0.618 here in this area, where we start to see, of course, something pushing towards the upside. Before diving inside this push towards higher prices, let's analyze, of course, this corrective wave, where we have potentially a wave A, wave B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal to finish up exactly at this low and start to see the reaction, which it makes it, of course, a perfect corrective wave, 3 waves, and then pushing towards higher prices. In case that this is something much more impulsive, well, the only way to count it is a double 1-2, and you might be here in, of course, several 1-2s, which is very, very far possibility. Or in case, of course, it is a double 1-2 there, and a big 1-2 also is a very far possibility to happen, because the second 1-2 is very unlikely to be, of course, a very larger than the previous one. That means, of course, definitely higher possibility that you are in ABC or a W, X, and a Y, but the highest possibility is for wave C in an ending diagonal. Let's dive inside it on the 1 hour chart. After this low, we start to see, of course, here as a leading diagonal wave 1. ABC again hitting perfectly the perfect fib level for wave 2, 0.786, pushing impulsively toward the upside here. Again, of course, without reaching a 1.618, but only the 1-to-1 fib level, making it, of course, kind of like a potential ABC zigzag here, and then start to see another push downward. However, this push has obviously finished in a W, X, and a Y, where your wave Y is a zigzag, your W also zigzag, and an X as a bridge in between. We start to see, of course, also again a push toward the upside here after, of course, the fib levels, perfect fib levels, or around it. 0.618 for a wave 2 potentially is unfolding, meaning probably double 1-2 has, of course, a high potential. Or, of course, you are in a leading diagonal here, a wave 5 to unfold, of course, between the perfect fib level, $3,353,412, meaning a wave 5 would like to be, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 around this area to finish up, of course, a leading diagonal 1, 2, and then pushing for higher. Of course, don't forget it can be a wave A, B, and a C in case we are pushing higher correctively there. So I would like to see higher prices, of course, still reaching this area to estimate in case we are looking for something to reverse for higher prices, meaning if we get, of course, this high again, it is very likely this is a confirmation for higher prices for Ethereum. And of course, we might reach this area and we take it from there. Now, if we break the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning, of course, wave 5 is longer than the wave 3, and that makes it, of course, a wave 3 here as a 1-2-1-2, wave 3, 4, and a 5 once you reach, of course, the 3,481, meaning something very bullish, which it might take here, of course, the 3,696, which is totally invalidation for anything bearish as an impulse, meaning 1, 2, 3 here. Wave 4 is not allowed to interfere with the zone 1. Elimination of any kind of impulsive wave toward the downside. So we're gonna see, of course, what's gonna happen. Currently on the 50-minute chart, we see a potential, of course, of a movement continuously for higher. It can be something here as a leading diagonal, since you have 3 ways, and of course 3 ways up, and then you're looking for a wave 5 to finish 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 continuation toward the upside. Yep, we'll see how this is going to unfold for Ethereum. Let's move for Solana on the daily as well, or on the all-time history here, where we are still looking at a potential leading diagonal for Solana, where you have here a potential impulse wave 1, 2, and impulse wave 3. We're looking for a wave 4 and a 5. The wave 4 has to be, of course, 3 waves, of course, corrective, and then pushing for a wave 5. In case you are in a double 1-2 and another 1-2 here and you're looking for a wave 3, well, the wave 2 still requires the minimum requirement as a fib level 0.38 there as a 3 waves corrective as well, and pushing toward the upside. As you can see, this confluence as a wave here corrective has to reach the 0.38 in both case scenarios. And of course, you would like to hit the confluence as 1-to-1 taken from the A to the B to the C there as 3 waves before, of course, starting the push toward the upside. Unless, of course, there is a bullish scenario that it can simply unfold from there, which is still in priority and it has to be invalidated to reach or to move to those possibilities as higher probability, because currently the highest probability is to push for higher still in two possibilities. So you might have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which it can be, of course, already finished there. And that means, of course, the scenarios that we just saw, of course, as a diagonal or as a double 1, 2 here, and pushing for higher has to be a finished wave 5 over there and looking for the correction. But of course, in case that the wave 4 is extending here as a potential A, B, and a C, that means we're still looking for an extended wave 5. This wave 5 has two possibilities here. It can be, of course, a leading diagonal wave 1, 2 here, and you're looking for 3, 4, and a 5 still to hit our blue box for wave 5, taken from the wave 1 based on the wave 3 to give us, of course, this a target over there after wave 4 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another possibility, rather than being in an impulse here, it can be, of course, a zigzag as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well to hit as diagonal, ending diagonal for a wave 5 around, of course, the 0.618 and the 0 or the 1-to-1 fib level. $445 and $700 for Solana or in between. If we dive inside it, of course, on the lower time frame here to see what's going on the 1 hour chart after this move or this push toward the upside as a leading diagonal here, potentially can be, of course, a leading diagonal 3, 4, and a 5. And of course, you're looking for a potential wave 1 and then a correction as, of course, 3 waves, A, B, and a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Probably be one more low in case you're still bearish. But if we are done and finished here and we're looking for something for higher, we're going to dive deeper, of course. You might have finished, of course, here a potential A, B, and a C where your wave C is simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're not looking to an extension here as a wave 4 and a 5 anymore, meaning this is your low and you push for higher. And of course, we're gonna watch this inside it on the 1 hour chart. As you can see, since the low there, we started to see also a potential of a leading diagonal wave 1, ABC expanding flat wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, A, B, and a C or W, X, and a Y, I would say. Finishing here after double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. W, X, and a Y. And then we saw another wave 2 here, and we see, of course, again, something pushing for higher. However, in the lower time frame here, well, it's a little bit hard to call it as a leading diagonal unless, of course, this is a truncation for a wave 5, but still a little bit a deep one. And in case you are in a zigzag or an impulse here, can be possible, by the way, as double 1, 2, therefore, because if this is your wave 5 there as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can be a wave 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 again. Deep correction and we push for higher, right? So, however, to confirm that something is bearish there, you of course need confirmation for lower in this price. That means invalidation for this 1, 2, which is automatically will invalidate this 1, 2 as well. Right, so this is what I'm looking for exactly there. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A, B, and a potential wave C here, finished as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal, or yeah, still having one more leg even to finish, but yeah, it's not looking perfect still, of course, as a finished correction. But it can be, of course, something deeper. It can be here the A, B, and also wave C finished over there. And this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But still, of course, need much more evidence that we're not impulsive here. Yeah. So for Solana, especially that you see here 3 ways toward the upside, and of course, not yet ready clear for something really higher prices. Now, if you take a look also at Solana on the KGT, we can see as well that we have a signal for bearish on the 5-minute chart here in very strong conversions. So it is, of course, a strong pressure of selling, and we saw, of course, the selling coming in. However, we have to dive a little bit deeper in the charts here. Of course, a 3-minute chart, we see, well, a new signal for bullish. Of course, it start to play there, which is a little bit in divergence. I think, yes, it has started to give a little bit of strength here. We start to see a little bit of divergence between the price action and the signal for the bullish. So that I would say is a very good signal, by the way. On the 1-minute chart as well, yes, we can see it much more clearer here. So the things are unfolding, yeah, are showing some strengths. The bulls are getting in, guys, but we still gotta be careful from the higher time frame. Of course, I mean lower prices can still be seen, but if we take exactly this confirmation for lower, then it's done. Okay, it's done. We drop down, and that means, of course, the scenario for the wave 5 extension might play there. Okay, so you gotta be careful also with it. And also, if you would like to see for Ethereum, maybe it gives us a little bit much more insights here. For Ethereum as well, well, yes, we have also the same bearish pressure here coming in. So we see on KGT as well on the 5-minute chart, but on the 3-minute as well, yeah, no, not so much strong divergence, I would say. There is no divergence yet. So preferably if we have a divergence there for the bullish to bring something much more stronger than this. On the 1-minute chart, here we go. Okay, on the 1-minute chart, it shows already the bear signal coming in again in conversions. So this might add some pressure also, guys. So be careful, unless if it is broken, meaning the price will take the high invalidation of the bearish. So that is also a possibility, but you still need, of course, to take the high as a confirmation. All right, so this is regarding KGT, Solana, and Ethereum. The last one that we're gonna see with us on this video is Injective. So for Injective as well, we are looking here at the all-time history first. So we're gonna go to the all-time history at the 4 days chart, where you are looking here potentially at double 1 2, of course, obviously an impulse 1 2, another impulse 1 2. Now this wave 2 is a horrible move towards the downside. It took a lot of time and more than before even, and of course it's still looking unfinished, and that because of course of the W, X, and a potential Y unfolding here. If this is a case scenario, it can be, of course, a very long range wave Y, unless also you are in an A, B, and a C, and the wave C is kind of like impulsive wave to be finished probably in kind of like a diagonal, ending diagonal to reach the time and then pushing for higher. If the time is required here, we might range for a long time in a boring sideways, and we might see, of course, a lot of yeah, as you can see, even sideways already on the lower time frame here. So for injective, I'm still looking here for a potential, yeah, lower prices, especially that this looks like a triangle. So I'm gonna start to analyze this one. So basically on the 2 hours, so we can see the whole move toward the downside. You probably have double 1 2, wave 3, and then wave 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5. So it has to be done and finished in case if you are in double 1 2. You got a wave 4 here as a triangle, wave 5, of course, as an impulse, another 4 and a 5 as an impulse, 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Now we start to see a reaction over there on the 1 minute, 1 hour chart, sorry, and it might be, of course, a finished impulse in double 1 2, 4 5 4 5. And we are looking here at a potential correction as a probably here it can be a WX and a Y. And of course, followed by double 1 2. We cannot be a leading diagonal. Obviously, it has to be then double 1 2. If this is, of course, the case, you would like to see here a confirmation for higher prices as well. So this is a key level that means something impulsive might be unfolding there. The invalidation of bearish already taken anyway, but yeah, so we need of course to see this price pushing higher here, confirming something as a wave 3, meaning 1 2 1 2, wave 3 4 5 4 5, which it might be, of course, your potential wave 3 4 and a 5 here. or it can be something as a wave C. Don't forget, so this is your lows. This is an impulse. ABC also is potential target. So if we are here in an ABC, you would like to see, of course, the zigzag target as a 1-to-1 fib level finished, or I would say broken. Yeah, so you would like to see the wave 3 breaking the $6 0.45 or 40, and then reaching a wave 3 in 1.618, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is what I'm looking for also in injective. In case that we are still corrective here with unfinished impulse, that means be careful from this 3 waves down. Probably this is kind of like turning into zigzag A B C D E probably here. And that of course might be sorry, A B C D and a E, and might be of course something pushing for lower in case of course of an extension wave 5 or wave C. So yep, these are the possibilities for injective. The confirmation for lower prices, of course, invalidation of the double 1-2 by taking, of course, this one, invalidation of bullish. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for in injective as key levels as well. Let's see, and we'll watch what's gonna happen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.